kind of cranky. Anyway, oh, it's just getting so discouraging. These people are impossible to argue with. Nothing is anything, can't do anything, can't think anything, can't know anything. It's just so fucking ludicrous. And they call themselves something, like they're supposed to be intelligent or something. Somehow intelligence means not knowing anything. I don't know, that doesn't sound right somehow. So anyway, Metamorph made a pretty good video, just pointing out that it is very much like the old style religion. Just, you know, slowly but surely make it all up, because you just leave a void sitting there saying, well, I gotta be skeptic, I'm a skeptic. I don't think those are flowers, and I don't think those are green bushes and such. This isn't the ground, and the universe isn't the universe, and my brain isn't a semi-logical computation device. No, you know, filter, behavior filter, reflexive filter. No. You know, I'm not a biological organism evolved from a DNA molecule. No. Can't know any of that. Just gotta leave it all vaporous and vacuous. And that's being a good skeptic. So anyway, Smiling Andy is, you know, claiming, I guess, that nihilism is a good thing. He thinks it's funny when people say it pejoratively at him, because apparently he's proud. Proud to be a selfish fuck. Okay, fine, whatever. You know, this whole, I've talked about skepticism before. I mean, it's a joke word. If you do the functions of logic and rationality, you're stuck with skepticism. It's irrational to be skeptical. So it's part of being something bigger than itself. It isn't an end in itself, skepticism. Skepticism is what you logically do when you understand the fallibility of storytelling. All religions are based on storytelling. Obviously, that's a big liability. So if you have no evidence in a story, that's basically, sorry, no sale. You know, you have to have at least some kind of cognitive drawing, some sort of something that makes sense. And you know, religion doesn't make any sense on its face, just because, well, where did God come from? He just poofed. Yeah, so the universe can't poof, but God can. Oh, well, sorry. That's called contradictory. You know, that's not going to work. You can't change the standards and the rules in the middle of a fucking paragraph. But anyway, so they're constantly trying to counter-argue that this skepticism thing is a rational thing. So we should, you know, even when there's evidence, you should be skeptical. There's no such thing as reasonable doubt, because you can always come up with some kind of batshit crazy theory that Spanish drug lords put tires around, you know, O.J. Simpson's wife and cut her head off or whatever. Some kind of, you know, aliens did it with size 14 shoes. I mean, just Bruno Malle's they bought on their, you know, earlier vacation. I mean, fuck. What's the point of talking? There's no point in talking to these assholes. You know, we just got to get it over with. What's the point of arguing with people who's skeptical about the basic fundamental things we have discovered through 10,000 years of science? And like, again, they call themselves pro-science, they call themselves pro-intellectual, and yet they claim to know nothing. I mean, you know, they don't seem to know what reasonable doubt is. Is there a reasonable, they don't even understand the basic functions of proof, and the idea that, well, if there's no counter-explanation and your evidence is various and whatever the word is, plentiful, yeah, then it's probably a good sale. Go ahead and buy that one. You know, we know the basic concept of looking for a fail-safe kind of truth. We know how to test for fail-safety. We know how to hold things up and twist them about and bend them, and to see what kind of strength they really have before we sit in the chair. But that's the thing, right? They don't think and worry about their bed disappearing when they go to lie down on it. You know, they don't sit there and think, well, there's a million examples, right? they go through their daily life pretty damn sure in the solid little realities that are around them. They don't seem skeptical of all that stuff. No, it's only philosophical ideas they don't like. Hey, pup. Yeah. That they all of a sudden turn on their skepticism because they want to turn off the idea. They want to turn off having to deal with it. So they just pull their little skeptic card out of the pocket and say, I'm a skeptic. I don't have to accept that premise. Whatever. No, like I said, there's no communicating with these kind of religious nuts. And that's what they are. They just placed an unknown sticker, and that is the synonym for God. If I don't know it, God did it. No doubt about it. The good forced lollipop, yeah, the good ship lollipop sailed into town and did it. There's no such thing as, being critical of nature. No, the good ship lollipop did nature. So this is all very quite obvious. What's going on here to a brain that is all informed and enlightened. They can see what these people are doing. You can see the weaselly double standards they approach and everything with. So you're not fooling me, fellas. Yeah, maybe you fool some of the people some of the time, but you're not fooling all of the people. You're not fooling this guy any other time. So play your game. I will endeavor to persevere. Yeah, I will just keep marching my path, honing my skills on your dull, dim brains. You're only making me stronger in the end, so that's good. Practice makes perfect. And sometimes it's good to practice against an absolute lunatic, right? Like, say if you were a gladiator or a boxer. Sometimes it'd be good if you could have a sparring partner that was absolute crazy fuck. Because everything would be done not by any kind of routine or style of a professional. It would be completely unprofessional, stupid, idiotic, chaotic, nonsensical. And, it'd be good to have that test. To be pushed to say, can I deal with something totally unexpected? Totally outside the bounds of reasonable. So if they just come up to me and say something stupid like, unicorn done it, I'll be ready for it. That kind of thing. No surprises anymore. You've seen it all, They throw their poo at you, in the sword fight. Say, okay, I gotta be ready for poo. That's all. But yeah, it's just profoundly discouraging when articulate, semi-intelligent, obviously I can't say they're intelligent because they're too batshit crazy for that, people will play such games with language and convolute just the simplest of our realities, pervert them and bend them, twist them and pervert again. They are perverts, no doubt about it. Nihilist perverts. To escape having to accept conclusions about our reality that are just right there in front of us. And because they're on the SS Waste, they want everybody else to be litterers. I mean, they're they're sailing along, spewing all kinds of toxic crap, and the only way they can excuse that is they gotta convince the idiots to be litter bugs, so they can feel better about themselves, so they can not have to accept the complete assholery that is their existence, the selfish, debaucherous, useless, unproductive, suffering, wasting, harm-causing assholery that is the sum total of their putrid, sick, lousy, crappy, shitwit existence. They're fucking just criminals trying to teach the young how to jaywalk. Oops. Yeah. Yeah. So what the hell's in? What's that bullshit? That's all. But that's all. This is. They can't make a straight up stand up argument. Everything's veiled in these bullshit. These strategic, incessant ad hominem attacks. You're saying, well, okay, I should start every sentence calling you fuckwits and skeptics. Yeah, you're skeptically bug brains. Nihilist. Do that every day too. The nihilist phantasmagorical. Yeah. Phantasmagorical is almost too good a word for them, because now they're proving themselves to be cold, calculating, selfish assholes. So, that doesn't really go with phantasmagorical. So at least phantasmagorical had some kind of sincere love in their heart. There's obviously no love in the hearts of these desperate weasels. Yeah. Alright. So, guess I'll just move on to my agenda. I guess that's all there's going to be is people